when you gonna give me the money?
Because you'd already invested.
Yeah.
Right, like when you gonna give me your half of the money back. But I ain't trying to press him because he just got out of jail. Right. So it's like, let him cool his heels before you.
Was that in the millions?
Yeah.
Okay.
Logan's not the only one to claim that Mayweather's actually broke. 50 Cent and Chael Sonnen, among others, have brought Floyd's financial habits into question over the years. And if we dig into Floyd's track record, they may be right.
At one point in time, 50 Cent and Floyd Mayweather were closer than close, not just industry friends or mutual stars, but real partners. They traveled together, supported one another publicly, and were even on the verge of building an empire with the Money Team, or TMT. It was the perfect pairing, Mayweather with his undefeated boxing record and larger-than-life persona, and 50 Cent with his proven business acumen and cultural capital.
You see, Floyd will say he doesn't know how we fell out or how anything, like I never said anything to, like I just woke up one morning and had a problem with him. But that's not what happened. What happened is we actually...
Together, they were supposed to take over both the fight game and the merchandise game. But that dream quickly fell apart. According to 50 Cent, the entire fallout stemmed from money. Floyd, freshly released from jail in 2012, apparently needed someone to hold down the business while he was away. That someone was 50.
He asked me to help him, so I could stop them from using TMT as their logo right now. Because
you wouldn't do that because y'all cool again.
Yeah, I'm just not chasing it. But to be honest with you, I incorporated TMT in Delaware while he was incarcerated.
He says he personally fronted significant cash to keep Mayweather Promotions afloat, expecting Floyd to pay him back once he got out. But the money never came. No reimbursement, no accountability, just silence. That moment changed everything for 50. It wasn't about ego or clashing personalities or fame, it was about betrayal. It was about investing time, money, and trust into someone who didn't return the favor.
So you're sitting there big, and I'm like, yo, so when... But see, the fighters are an asset in themselves. They are that talent, regardlessly. Right. You know, so I'm looking at him going, so there ain't no pressure there, but I'm saying, when is he going to say he wants to, to give me the other half of it? Why I got to ask you for it?
Right.
And then when he...
Are we talking over $2 million?
It's about that.
From then on, 50 Cent started speaking out publicly, and he hasn't held back since. In one particularly revealing moment, 50 explained that while Floyd was behind bars, he took it upon himself to incorporate TMT, the Money Team, in Delaware. That move, while strategic, may have given 50 Cent control over the very brand Mayweather built his post-boxing identity around.
Because he didn't sign the paper doesn't mean the corporation isn't valid. So I could actually, technically it trademarks the term of it because his entire corporation is built on it. So I could tell you, you can't have TMT socks. You can't have that TMT shirt you got on. He don't understand that because it's just not. I just said it, and he won't be able to figure out that I could do that.
Damn, you and this guy, man.
Because Floyd didn't sign the paperwork, 50 was legally able to file and potentially claim rights to the TMT name and trademark. He said directly, "I can stop them from using TMT as their logo right now." He added that Floyd never handled the legal side of the business, leaving it open for 50 to take over. He even joked that he could shut down TMT socks, shirts, and any merchandise using the logo. This wasn't just a flex, it was a subtle but powerful message. You may have built the image, but I own the brand.
But now, according to Business Insider, it's not what you think it is. They said there's no evidence there's been a sale of these properties, and it's 62 rental apartment buildings in Upper Manhattan. Here is what Floyd Mayweather had said at the time on a video that he posted on his Instagram.
Things escalated in 2024 when Floyd Mayweather posted a video on Instagram claiming he had just bought 62 apartment buildings in New York City for $42 million. He told his followers that all the buildings belonged to him, with no partners involved, and that all the retail space within those buildings was his as well.
Bringing the people into my lifestyle, showing the people how I live. Now, I know you guys see me on a regular talking about real estate. Well, lately, I purchased 62 apartment buildings in New York City. And what I need you guys to do, slide over and check out the photos. It's not all 62 buildings, it's a few buildings, but guess what? All the buildings belong to me. I don't have no partners. And all the retail down low on my buildings all belong to me. Guess what? You can do the same.
It was presented as a massive, self-funded real estate win, a triumph of generational wealth. But Business Insider quickly investigated and dropped a bombshell. There was no evidence of any such real estate deal. Property records showed no sales, no transfer of ownership, and no documentation linking Mayweather to any of the buildings he claimed to have purchased.
So, according to another update, he did ink a $402 million deal for a black spruce portfolio. When he said that it was all his and no one invested, he meant no one was funding his part of the investment but him. And so I think this is something.
The New York City Housing Partnership, which oversees similar transactions, had no record of Floyd being involved in any deals. Some fans even began speculating that Mayweather may have misread the deal. One theory suggested that he misunderstood Unit 62 in a building as 62 buildings, potentially due to his long-rumored literacy issues, a rumor 50 Cent has publicly mocked for years.
Special ASLELS challenge for you, Floyd. If you can read one full page of a Harry Potter book, I'll give $750,000 to whatever charitable organization you want to. The bucket of ice, man. I got a phone call from my man Jimmy Kimmel. Jimmy said if Floyd accepts the challenge, then he'll put it on the actual show, so you can read it on the show. We don't want to put pressure on you. We know you can't pronounce those words in that Harry Potter book, so we're going to let you read Cat in the Hat.
Then there's Logan Paul. The YouTuber turned boxer faced Mayweather in a high-profile exhibition bout in 2021, and later accused Floyd of failing to pay him what was owed. According to Logan, he's still waiting on around $5 million from that fight.
Or is that something that you can't disclose right now?
He has not paid me in full. That is a fact.
No
short
way.
a few mil, yeah.
Wow. Still a few mil.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Have you been in contact with him?
Nah, we're taking this one to court.
No, are you being serious? Is this like a
Do I look serious, lady?
You do. I'm just making sure. I apologize.
Really?
I'm just...
Nah, I'm with you. I'm not with you. Yeah, we're taking him to court.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So,
Yeah, see you in the courtroom. Congrats, you're going to prison, Floyd.
He's gone on record saying that unpaid money from Mayweather stopped him from buying a private jet. He's even considered legal action. Floyd insists he paid in full, but the lingering doubt has damaged his credibility. 50 Cent wasn't shy about Logan's situation either. In fact, he used it as further evidence of Floyd's financial irresponsibility. And the accusations don't stop there. In 2018, Floyd Mayweather was fined over $600,000 by the SEC for failing to disclose that he had received payments to promote multiple cryptocurrency investments, including one by Centra Tech, a company that would later be accused of fraud.
Boxer Floyd Mayweather Jr. and music producer DJ Khaled settled their case with the SEC. It says that investigators found Mayweather did not disclose he was paid by 3 cryptocurrency companies to promote investments through social media, including $100,000 from Centra Tech. For that company, Mayweather tweeted telling followers to get Centra's ICOs before they sell out. Khaled also allegedly did not disclose he was paid $50,000 from the same company. On social media, he called it a game changer.
He was paid to promote risky investments without telling his followers he was being compensated, raising serious ethical and legal questions. And if that weren't enough, Floyd has had his share of tax trouble. In 2017, it was revealed that he owed the IRS over $22 million in unpaid taxes from the year 2015, the same year he earned over $200 million from his fight with Manny Pacquiao.
IRS, how much does he owe?
It's in the $20+ million range.
It's a lot of money, man.
But it's not something that he's been, it's not like deception.
No.
It's just neglect to pay.
Neglect. And it's also like, I think, and there is like a truth to this, he makes so much money, there's probably a point when they're like, hey, it's time to pay your taxes.
Instead of paying in full, Mayweather requested to pay in installments, claiming his assets were illiquid. The IRS didn't buy it. Critics like Chael Sonnen, Joe Rogan, and James Toney have all chimed in. Sonnen even suggested that if Floyd doesn't pay Logan Paul soon, it could become a federal issue.
If we dig into Floyd's track record, they may be right. In 2018, sources reported that Floyd owed over $40 million in gambling debts. At one point, he also owed over $22 million to the IRS. Now he's being sued by Logan Paul for upwards of $10 million, and he's rumored to have more lawsuits coming his way after promoting scam cryptocurrencies. He's in an exclusive club of athletes who have crossed the $1 billion mark in their careers, but at the end of the day, no one cares about how much you made if you weren't able to keep it.
Rogan pointed out that Floyd's lifestyle, the jets, the watches, the $1 million shopping sprees is unsustainable without constant income. He suggested that the exhibitions Floyd keeps doing aren't for fun, but a financial necessity.
When you're watching boxing for free, you can have millions and millions and millions of views. When you're watching Floyd Mayweather, you have to pay.
Like in the ring?
I think it got to right now because the money gone.
So the money's really gone?
Yeah. That's what you think. It's fight, get the money, spend the money, fight.
All that money.
And it's not just commentators. Even fellow fighters have noticed. Conor McGregor once claimed that Mayweather returned to the ring not out of love for the sport, but because he needed the money. McGregor highlighted Floyd's tax debts and his need to generate income as key motivations.
It'll be great. I feel good, training hard. Did Floyd not take out his own jets?
Floyd's got 3.
Oh, yeah,
So Floyd's got the one he got, and he got
tax problems.
Yeah.
That's what he's got. Oh, no.
In early 2024, Floyd was seen spending over $1 million during Super Bowl weekend in Las Vegas, not on business, but on a luxury suite and high-stakes gambling. He flaunted it online like always, but the question kept rising. If he's so rich, why is he constantly showing us how rich he is?
Just another ordinary day, chilling in an EWB Rolls Royce. For those that don't know what an EWB is, Arnold Schwarzenegger, limited edition AP, all factory, 1.8 million right here. The $20 bills section. We like to call this the Andrew Jackson section. Money made, money made, money made all day. You know, right here, a light million. Over there, counting up another million over there. Walk with me, ladies and gentlemen. Let me take you into my life.
Then there's the jewelry lawsuit in Miami. Floyd's own jeweler filed legal action against him, claiming unpaid balances. The irony is painful. The man who built his brand on money may not be managing that money very well. Let's talk legacy. At 50-0, Floyd Mayweather is statistically perfect, but many believe his record was padded full of opponents he fought at the right time, often after they had passed their prime.
The Floyd effect, the Taylor Swift effect.
Yes.
Like, you both have maximized and pushed the envelope and really just set the bar for everybody else that's coming after you.
But in today's time, there's different. You can push one button and 8 billion people can see it.
Yeah.
Right.
Remember how I got to the top. I had to grind. I had to wrap vehicles, take them across country with my face on it. I go a month straight doing interviews every day from morning to night to build myself.
Yeah.
Shane Mosley, Oscar De La Hoya, and Miguel Cotto all came late. Meanwhile, dangerous fighters like Antonio Margarito, Paul Williams, and prime Manny Pacquiao were conveniently avoided for years. James Toney said it best: Floyd isn't the greatest. Not even close. And it wasn't hate, it was experience talking. Toney fought legends in their prime. He didn't duck fights. He didn't build a brand, he built a legacy. Today, Floyd fights social media influencers and athletes from other sports.
It was crazy that everybody keep asking me, why you not coming back to fight? Why you not coming back to fight? So I look at the fight game, I said, okay. I said, you know, fighters fighting, they make 3 million, 4 million, 6 million, 7 million. Some may make 10 or 20 million. But I'm doing exhibitions and I'm making 20, 25 million, 100 million for exhibitions. So why would I come back and fight and get a guaranteed 35 million when I'm doing exhibitions and getting 100 million?
It's no longer about greatness. It's about maintaining an image, staying in the spotlight, and collecting quick paydays. He calls them exhibitions, but each one feels like another desperate grab for relevance.
Floyd, you're 50 years old. You're a legend in the sport. I've stood up for you in countless interviews. including Shannon Sharp's podcast last week. But you have to stop embarrassing yourself with these exhibitions. I know life is hard, I know life is expensive, but come on, dude, put your legacy first. Nobody wants to remember you like this. And it gets worse, your jeweler filed a lawsuit against you in Miami. And many are saying you're gonna have to sell off your assets. I hate seeing
50 Cent has been consistent in his critique. Floyd spends money the way he fights, fast and flashy, but not sustainable. He mocked Floyd's obsession with $18 million watches and his wall of $20 bills, calling it wallpaper. He even joked that Floyd was living paycheck to paycheck, just with larger checks.
All he's interested in is you paying to watch him fight.
Right.
Him collecting the check and then going back about doing his business. Now, if he tried to hide it and pretend to be something else, that would be different.
Floyd, for his part, insists he's focused on generational wealth. He claims he no longer gives his adult children handouts and that they need to work or go to school if they want support. But that doesn't align with the constant social media flexing, the lawsuits, or the questionable investments.
I believe in building generational wealth. Even like when my children, all four of my children are adults. And I told them, no more handouts. Because I feel like I'm hurting my children just by, I give them money, they go shopping, they put gas in their car, they party, they come back, I need money. I give them money, I buy them houses, I buy them cars. Told them, listen, if you guys go to school or you work in one of my businesses, then you can branch off, get your own business.
The truth is, Floyd Mayweather has created a larger-than-life persona, but the cracks are beginning to show. The real estate deal that never happened, the tax debts, the unpaid fighters, the lawsuits, the exhibitions, the circus-like press conferences, it's starting to feel like the empire is built on sand. And that's the tragedy, because Floyd could have walked away. After defeating Conor McGregor, he could have retired with a pristine record and a legacy of dominance. Instead, he chose to dilute his legend with low-stakes fights and high-risk financial decisions.
There's reports online that Floyd's a billionaire. There's reports that he was the highest paid athlete in this year and this year. First off, he's never gotten $100 million for a fight, and not even remotely close.
You think it's bull?
I know it is, because I know the fight business. I've been in the fight business my whole life. I'm a promoter right now. He's probably made about $60 million before in one night, which is crazy numbers. Mike Tyson, to put in perspective, when he fought Michael Spinks, that was the biggest fight of all time. When that fight happened, one got $30 million and one got $29.
$250 million against Manny Pacquiao.
Yeah. No fighter in history of the world. $250 million to go and box. I know that Floyd is still getting in there as recently as this weekend because he needed the money.
I think Floyd's fighting because he needs the money?
Yeah.
Really? Why? You think he blew through all of his money?
Now, the narrative isn't about the 50 wins. It's about the desperation, the lies, the drama, and the slow unraveling of a man who built an image so carefully that now he can't afford to let it go. And the sad part is, he might not even realize it's already gone.